Hey, did you hear? It's the year of the Spawn. What's a Spawn? Let's see. You die. You make a deal with the devil. You come back. You don't look the same. You fight crime. Supernatural. You have over 300 issues. Well, Todd said it. It's the year of the Spawn. This is the Crazy 10 or Less. Let's get it. Welcome to the Craze in 10 or Less. This is a show where I give it to you in 10 minutes or under. And if I don't, things happen. Anyway, Todd McFarlane recently announced that 2021 will be the year of the Spawn. Now, I heard of the year of the dragon and I've heard of the year of the rat. But the year of the Spawn? That's the topic of the day. I'm Sam the Crazy Man Vera. Stop acting up. Let's get it. So, this is pretty interesting, this topic, the year of the Spawn. And I thought I'd talk about it because, number one, you might not know this, but I was a huge Spawn fan a while ago. And in fact, I stopped collecting comics and action figures, Spawn related, right around the time when I left the industry. I think that was like 08, 07, 08. I think that was, when I looked at my collection, I have Spawn issues up to 142. That was the last issue I picked up. Now, I did wind up going and picking up number 200 when it came out, and I went up and picked up 300 when it came out. So I have all the milestones. But I was a big fan. And I was a really big fan of Sam and Twitch, which is why I was a little disappointed when Toddy said that he was announcing 3 additional titles along with Spawn, and Sam and Twitch wasn't one of them. Damn. Sucks. Anyway, before I go into that, let's go into this. So, year the Spawn, what is that? And what is Spawn if you don't know? And if you don't know, I don't know where you've been hiding. I don't know if you were like in the Alps, the Netherlands, Bangladesh. I don't know. Do you know what Spawn is? Well, I'm going to tell you. So, here it is on Wikipedia. In life, Spawn was Albert Francis Simmons. Born in Detroit, Michigan, he was the second eldest of 3 children, Mark, Albert, and Richard. Born to Bernard Simmons, a traveling salesman, and Esther Simmons, a devil worshiper. Simmons was a highly intelligent and physically strong lieutenant colonel in U.S. Marine Corps Force Recon. He later joined the Secret Service and becomes a highly decorated member. This leads to his recruitment to the Central Intelligence Agency. Once in the CIA, Simmons joins a U.S. security group, an umbrella academy encompassing the CIA, the NSA, and the NSC, commanded by Director Jason Wynn, and becomes a highly capable assassin. During a mission in Botswana, Director Wynn hires Simmons' friend and partner, Bruce Stinson, codenamed Chapel, to kill him. It's always the friend. You know, in the mob, they send a friend, right? Because you're disarmed. You don't expect your boy to be the one to go chop soy, right? It's just crazy. So, Simmons dies and is sent to hell, having spent his life as an assassin. Making a deal with the devil, Malebolgia, Simmons agrees to become a Hellspawn and serve Malebolgia if he is allowed to see his wife, Wanda, one last time. Remember that? Malebolgia agrees and returns Simmons to the living realm, but he's stripped of nearly all his memories, with a badly burned body and a demonic guardian named the Violator. In fact, the Violator in Spawn the movie was my favorite character because it was... the clown was my favorite character because it was played by John Leguizamo. All right, so let's see. After his death and subsequent rebirth, Simmons, now Spawn, arrives on Earth in a daze, off balance and disoriented, with only vague recollections of his past and how he came to be. He only knew his name, Al Simmons, and that he died, but nothing else. Occasionally experiencing painful flashbacks, he eventually remembers his deal with Malebolgia, but can't remember his wife's name in order to return to her. Using CIA files, he tracks down his wife to find her married to his former best friend, Terry, with a daughter named Cheyenne, and realizes that 5 years have passed since his death. Spawn soon runs into a fellow Hellspawn who informs him that his powers are fueled by necroplasm, and once they are fully depleted, he will return to Hell. Not wanting to return to Hell, Spawn attempts to find a new purpose in life. While using as little power as possible, Spawn is thrust into several anti-hero adventures where he takes down street gangs and organized crime in New York in a sadistic and brutal fashion, battling against Italian mobsters, and later eventually killing a serial murderer and pedophile, Billy Kincaid. I remember that. Spawn finds a new purpose in stopping evil. So, enough about that, because I'm not a historian. I was just reading that to give you an understanding of who Spawn is if you don't know. But it also helped me, because the last time I read a Spawn comic was probably in 2008. In fact, I'm going to show you. I just went down before this episode. I went down to my basement, and I have a whole crate here full of Spawn. And this whole thing is Spawn. I'm going to show you. This right here is all full of Spawn. And so I was going through it. And my stuff's bagged and board. I even had Spawn number 1. Was it Todd Toys Spawn number 1? And I guess this came with the vehicle that's in the front. I forgot the name. See, that's how bad it's been for me. That's how long it's been. But why was I a Spawn fan? Several reasons. I'm a Todd McFarlane fan. So I'm going to go through this. So this is going to be a real world. Let's get it done, and let's just go through the box and see what I have, because I don't think they're in order. But I'm just going to pull random stuff out. I know that was in the front, so that was easy. In fact, I have to change this and go through here. I also had Hellspawn. And I don't remember how many issues Hellspawn was, but I have Hellspawn. I have Dark Ages Spawn. Let's see. Gotta be careful with pulling these things out. So anyway, talking about Spawn, here's Spawn number 99 and Spawn 98, 99. So here's I was a big fan of Greg Capullo's art on Spawn. This is one of my favorite covers, number 10, issue number 10. One of my favorite covers, I think it's by Todd. 1982. This is another one that I really, really loved. This is also my favorite, with the clown and the Violator. I think that's an amazing piece, bro. What else is here? Oh, this is cool. This is an amazing cover right here. One of the things that makes this announcement monumental is that Todd represents the little man with big dreams. And oh, this was a great one with Savage Dragon and Spawn, number 52. That was a great cover. Yo, it's crazy because I got this figure right there. So I have this Spawn figure right inside that cabinet right there. I should just pull it out. This is issue number 131. I'm going to pull it out the cabinet to show you. This is non-scripted, kids. So, here he is. in the flesh, in the plastic, and there he is. Bomb. Isn't that amazing? How ironic is that? I was able to pull that one out. That's pretty dope. Let's see. I pull out the clown, and the clown's sitting right here in the cabinet. Right here. In fact, and the Violator's in the back. He's all the way in the back. So I have some Spawn figures here I'd like to show you. What I love about, so Todd reinvented everything, right? So he made it possible for the little guy to dream big and make their dreams possible. He was the prime example. He continues to be, right? And then he also reinvented the toy industry, right? So he made everybody. Here's a guy who knew nothing about toys, and he came into the industry and changed the face of the game. That was those. Here's some. I pulled out some of my favorite because just the articulation, the details. I mean, look at the cape on that bad boy right there. Right. I'm gonna fall. Sorry, Spawny. This is one of my favorite on this. This Spawn here. But so anyway, I noticed that I do have a few issues, a few copies of number 1. I'm sure everybody back in the days did the same thing. We all picked up a bunch of number 1s. Here's Spawn number 100. Boom. You know, you can't have the milestones. In fact, he's crazy. So this is the cover, and I just showed you. Where'd he go? Did I put him back? Oh, anyway, I mean, look at the cape, bro. Crazy, right? There it is. I'm sorry. It's like Spawny. You gotta stop hiding. I mean, look at this. Look at these covers. So, while I'm doing this, because normally when I'm doing the Crazy 10 or less, you got anecdotes and you got jokes. But right now, I'm going down memory lane because I'm refreshing my memory. This is one of the most iconic covers, in my opinion. Let's see, what else we have here? I'm just going to pull out a bunch. So here's Spawn number 3. Remember that? Actually, that looks more like that character there anyway. Well, they all do. Remember the crossover Spawn and Wildcats? I have all the issues. And let's see. Alan Moore, Scott Clark, and Sal Regler. Oh, that. So, I mean, I have all those issues. All bagged and board. So let's put these Spawnies away. But I was trying to find the number 1 because I know I have multiple. Well, there's number 2. Boom. And there you go. Here's a number 1. About that Spawn. So there, I'm done with that. I'm done. Get back to the show. You're live, Sam. You're live. No, I'm not live. This is pre-recorded. Stop acting up. I can do whatever I want. So Monumental. Year of the Spawn. Spawn, you know, Todd McFarlane says, I want to have a few number 1s, right? Because you're not going to have another Spawn number 1. But you're going to have a few titles. And there's my notepad. So he's planning on bringing out King Spawn, Gunslinger Spawn, and a series called Scorched on top of Spawn. So now every week is going to be a new issue starting in June. Along with Spawn. So you'll have Spawn maybe week 1, Gunslinger week 2, King Spawn week 3, and Scorch week 4. Then it starts all over again and repeat. And again, I'm a little pissed that he didn't do Sam and Twitch. Why? Because this binder right here is my Sam and Twitch. And Sam and Twitch had 26 issues. I guess they suffered from getting it on time and meeting deadlines. But if you don't know who Sam and Twitch is, you know, these guys are the bomb. And that's number 1 right there, Salmon Twitch. There was only 26 issues. I have every issue. In this binder right here. And it's funny, the binder's filthy. Everything's been in a basement in a box. And I don't know what happened with, I think it was Kevin Smith was supposed to be producing Salmon Twitch with the BBC. It fell through, which is unfortunate. I think this is, if you're going to kick Spawn into high gear and, you know, relaunch and rebrand, what better way than to have maybe a Netflix series or Prime series with Salmon Twitch case files? Because Salmon Twitch had case files, and they had detective stories. They had Salmon Twitch, and there was one more. I wish I could remember it right now. But I gotta move this mic because I'm turning these pages. But here's Twitch right here. Boom. And this one is, I believe, this Twitch is from, this design is probably from Case Files. Or maybe just Salmon Twitch itself. And then here's another version of Twitch from Spawn. Sam is still somewhere around here. I didn't have time to get him. But I really love, yeah, from Salmon Twitch, Hard Edge Crime Fiction. So why is that important? Number 1, it's exciting because there's a lot of artists, and I will name them. If you want me to do a follow-up show to this, and I'm still not finished because I pulled off some action figures as well, let me know, because I'd like to do a countdown to Spawn, if you want me to count down to June, if you want me to, on the Crazy Nintendo Less. But I pulled out some action figures, and I know I'm all over the place because I'm geeking out right now. I'm a fanboy. And now I have to go back and read all this because I forgot a lot of it. It's been 10 years since I've read a Spawn book or I read Salmon Twitch. While I have hints of remembrance, I don't remember everything. So when I started going through this stuff, I'm like, whoa, wow, look at that. Oh, so I pulled out some old stuff, and here's Gatekeeper. And I can tell you right now, I collected all Spawn series up to series, I believe, 9. I believe 9. So in this series, you have Gatekeeper, you have Gravedigger, you have Saber, you have Curse of the Spawn, you have Rotar and Renegade, and I have all those. And in series 7, I have all of those. I'm looking at the pictures. Series 2, I have everybody but Quartz, I think. I gotta double check on Quartz. I mean, I haven't looked in my stuff, but I have Poacher. In fact, I have Poacher, the one that comes in the case as well. So I'm looking at these, and then here we go. You have what is this? Spin Action Shield, Medieval Spawn, Todd's Toys. I also have the Violators Monster Rig. And I have everyone in this collection, which is Medieval Spawn, Tremor, Clown, Violator, and Overkill. Then you have the Spawn Mobile and Spawn Alley. And I have all of it. And then you have, here is, which series is this? I don't know. Yeah, son of a biscuit eater. But anyway, this is Commando Spawn right here. And I have everyone in that series. I have Melibosia, I have Angela, I have Commando Spawn, Chapel, and Bad Rock, and Pilot Spawn. In fact, Pilot Spawn is also here, I believe, which I just showed you a little while ago. And let's see. Here's Renegade. And again, I just pulled out a box. I have several boxes of Spawn figures still in the boxes. I never took them out. Here's Renegade. And it's from the same series that Gatekeepers comes from. And I'm going to put some of this down because I'm not going to be able to see myself anymore. And let's see. Pilot Spawn, here's another one. A gold version. Alright. So, Todd, this is a special limited edition. I don't know if they're numbered. Gotta be careful. It doesn't say like number what of what. That would have been nice if it's limited edition. And here's the clown I told you about. I have it out, and I also have it in a box. And clown number 2. Here's clown from the movie, the John Leguizamo version, was Spawn the movie. And I have everybody in that collection with the exception of Al Simmons, I believe. I gotta double check that. Anyway, so there's John Leguizamo's clown. And then here is Violator number 2. And let's see, I'm looking at this. I have Spawn 2. I have Cosmic Angela. I have Vertebraker. And he's right there. I have Future Spawn. I have Ninja Spawn. I have Redeemer. And the Curse. So, anyway, this is just me going down memory lane. I have tons of spawns. I have tons of comics. If you want me to feature Sam and Twitch on What's in the Box, let me know, because I might just do it because I'm a big fan and I want to go back and reread this stuff. But I just think it's pretty awesome. Todd, you're doing your thing. Number 2, another reason for it, there's so many talented artists and writers involved in this project, in these multiple projects. I mean, the next episode on the Craze and 10 or Less, I will feature I'll start talking about the different talent that's working on these titles with Todd McFarlane and their contributions to the industry, and you know all of them. And if you don't, you need to get out of that rock that you're hiding under. And I think it's awesome for the comic community. Again, one of the toughest pills to swallow is that there are more bodies than successes in the independent world. And Todd continues to be a beacon of light and a beacon of hope for the small guys who have not only the talent, but the ambition and drive and the courage to take risks and the willingness to make sacrifices, because those are the things, you can't have one without the other. They all go in hand. And but I think there should be a petition for Sam and Twitch. I don't know why they dropped the ball. I'm one of the segments of the Crazy and 10 or Less. We're going to talk about these two guys, these talented detectives. They made them debut in Spawn number 1. In fact, let me see. If my memory serves me correctly, they did make their debut in Spawn number 1. If I can find it. I just had it. $14. I must have put it. Did I put it back in the box? Dang, I put it back in the box, so I'm not gonna go and open it up. But on the next episode of the Craze and 10 or Less, I will be talking about those amazing, talented detectives, Sam and Twitch, and why I think that they are underrated, and why I think Todd should be featuring them. I don't know. It's one of those things. But anyway, that's enough in a nutshell. It's a lot of gray areas, and I'm going to clean it up in the next episodes. Right now, I was just geeking out. I didn't really have a plan to do this. I was going to do Warlords and their impact in toys, but then I was like, wait, Todd just made this announcement. This is huge. And so I could not just overlook this. It helps me to become a fanboy again and reread this stuff and go back memory lane. Todd McFarlane, congratulations. You're doing your thing. I'm Sam the Crazy Man Vera. Don't forget, this Friday, I launch my Indiegogo for Forbidden, 20 years. I wrote this in 2000. The series is finished. We're launching the preview edition on Indiegogo. And we're going to test the waters and see if it could stand the test of time. And if you are going to join me on this journey into the forbidden, don't forget that. For you Kickstarter fans, we're still waiting on Kickstarter to reconcile and send us the funds so we can get everything printed and back to you into your hands. But I am currently doing the sketch cards for you guys, and I will be doing the sketch cover for one of the backers. And we have a lot of talented creators on this week on Catch the Craze. So go over, check out Catch the Craze. What's in the box? It'll be a surprise. I'll let you know, but that's on Wednesday. And don't forget to join me live Thursday. Live Thursday. Ask me any question about Forbidden. There's going to be some guests joining in on the live discussion about Forbidden because it goes live Friday. I'm Sam the Crazy Man Vera. This was the Crazy 10 or Less. If you like this show, give it a thumbs up. If you want me to go down the road with Spawn until the launch, let me know. Give me a thumbs up. Leave a comment below. Subscribe. Share it with your friend. Have a blessed day. Peace.